and it's causing your spiritual awakening. It's causing you to question the world and look at things differently and kind of feel like you're crazy almost. Like it's all coming at once. Like you see the truth of the world. You see like the veil that everyone has in front of their face of reality, of society, whatever. If you feel like it's been stripped to you too quick and now you can see everything and it's sort of horrifying and it drives you nuts. First of all, you're not nuts. Second of all, this is normal during a spiritual awakening. This is normal. You're on the right path. You just got to keep going. That's what the universe has been telling me through synchronicities for the last 2 months. I mean, it's just keep going. You're on the right path. Whether it be through angel numbers, for the last 2 years, I've seen angel numbers multiple times a day. It's like I can't escape from the angel numbers, and that's what they call them. But it's really just they're just synchronicities through numbers, right? And ultimately, what those are is just your attached belief to what they mean. And to me, it's the fact that I'm on the right path. And for the last year and a half, I've seen angel numbers, like I just said, fucking 20 times a day. On signs, on clocks, on houses, on addresses, on the TV, on the phone, like wherever, right? I see it all day long. And that's my sign to keep going, that I'm on the right path, that I'm taking these risks and I'm going the right way. Because I notice when I get off my pivot or I start going the wrong way, and I know I'm going the wrong way, I start indulging in bad habits again, I stop focusing on my work and everything else, I notice that I see less and less of those angels numbers. Sometimes zero for a week at a time when I'm indulging in all this bad shit again. It's like the universe telling me, it's like, yeah, you're not on the right path anymore. So I guess that's what happens when you associate the meaning to it. But the reason I bring this up is if you have been seeing angel numbers and you think you're going crazy, you see all these synchronicities and they have meaning to you, and you try to tell your family about it, you try to tell other people about it, and they call you crazy, just know you're not crazy. You're not the only one. There's hundreds of thousands of us out here that see these synchronicities and they mean a lot to us. You're not going crazy. Now, me personally, I know what it's like to feel like you're going crazy. I mean, it sort of sent me into a psychosis back in January. I had my mushroom trip, like I talked about in my last video, and my mushroom experience. I'll leave a link in the description below to my previous video. But yeah, that video I was talking about, like the most recent trip I had and how it was a full deja vu. And after that trip, I was all right until New Year's. New Year's rolls around now. Keep in mind, I haven't smoked weed in 2 years. I haven't been a pothead in 2 years. And on New Year's, I was like, I was a little drunk, whatever. And I decided, fuck it. Let me go hit this blunt with my my OG buddies. I went and hit this blunt like 8 times. Bro, worst mistake ever. I went crazy. Like, I was so fucking high, and it wasn't fun anymore. It's like I graduated that level of being high all day. I graduated past that. Like, I didn't want to be a part of it anymore. It was sort of horrifying. It felt like I wasn't supposed to be there, like I was in the wrong realm. And dude, I ran home. Some kid was on his 4-wheeler passing by as New Year's, whatever. I thought this kid was fucking the feds following me. Like, I was tweaking. I was like literally tripping. And I get back to the party at my house. I'm like telling my sister, we need to, how can we sober me up? Can I drink my way out of this? I was like tweaking. Like most people that smoke weed, not even the fucking like nerds that you get to smoke weed, they don't even react like that. Anyway, I was tweaking, and ultimately, dude, this sent me into a psychosis for months after, dude. Like mid-January, I like found myself, I ended up in a forest trying to meditate my way out of psychosis. Like, dude, what is the universe? Am I God? Am I everything? Does anything even matter? Like, I was having a full existential crisis, but like psychosis. Like, I felt like I was being gang stalked and some like schizophrenic shit. Like, no offense to those of you who are schizophrenic, obviously, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't seeing or hearing voices, but I definitely felt God talking to me. And I felt, what was weird about it is that I felt like God was talking to me, but I knew that I was God. So it's like, am I talking to myself? And then you start going down these crazy loopholes. It's so hard to explain, but if you felt psychosis in your own version of it, you can kind of get where I'm coming from and what I experienced. But it wasn't fun. It was horrifying. And that went on for like 3 months till like March. I was in a psychosis. And when I saw angel numbers during my psychosis, dude, it tripped me the fuck out. Like every time I saw an angel number now, I would feel deja vu, like I'd already seen that number, which I had, but it's like, no, but like I'd seen it there at that time, that vibe, that whatever, right? and it fucking brought me into a further loop. So just know, if you're going through psychosis, first of all, you'll get through it. I know that it sucks. Same with derealization. I used to struggle with that a lot when I was a weed smoker. Be careful with that derealization. Just know you're not alone, and you'll get through it. You'll get through it. But it's definitely a side effect of all this spiritual stuff going on. I mean, weed was probably a big reason that I had my spiritual awakening. It sort of opened my mind and got me into other things like psychedelics and whatnot. Which again, I don't recommend to anybody, just my personal experience. But the weed got me into all of it, and it sort of opened me up. So it's like every time I went back to the weed, it kind of re-triggered that beginning of my spiritual awakening and sent me into a crazy hole mentally. That's you right now experiencing that. Like if you smoke weed and it's causing your spiritual awakening, it's causing you to question the world and look at things differently and kind of feel like you're crazy almost. Like it's all coming at once. Like you see the truth of the world. You see like the veil that everyone has in front of their face of reality, of society, whatever. If you feel like it's been stripped to you too quick and now you can see everything and it's sort of horrifying and it drives you nuts. First of all, you're not nuts. Second of all, this is normal during a spiritual awakening. This is normal. You're not alone. I've been there. I thought I was alone. I didn't know anyone in my personal life who had a spiritual awakening. At this point, I still only know like 2 people ever that have had a true spiritual awakening, like to the point I have. And that's not to like be braggadocious. There's nothing to brag about, but it's just like people I can relate to, right? Not very many. So if you're going through this though, just know you're not alone. I've been there. I know that it is lonely, and you're probably not gonna know anyone in your real life, at least soon, that's going through what you're going through. You're gonna try to tell your mom, your dad, your cousin, your brother, your uncle. You're gonna go try to your friends. You're gonna go try to tell all of them the truth about the world, the truth about who we are as beings. Like tell them about God and your higher calling and psychedelics and the spiritual realm and astral projection and lucid dream. You're gonna try to go tell them about all this, and they're gonna call you crazy. Now, just be warned. You can tell them. You can try. First of all, just know they aren't gonna listen. And until it's their time to wake up, and if they do in this lifetime, they do. If not, then whatever. They're not gonna listen. And number 2, they're gonna call you crazy. And you don't need that right now. You don't need people calling you crazy. You need to stay on your grind, as in you need to stay improving your spirit, your mental, your physical, because it's all a part of the spiritual evolution. You need to just, I know it's so hard. It's like, dude, every day, every time I go hang out with my mom, I just want to tell her about the world and that run the world and like the Matrix and all this crazy shit that I'm learning about and getting downloads, but I can't. And even when I say something as trivial as like, yeah, mom, sun gazing is so fucking cool. You get all these downloads, like it's not crazy, and we've been lied to, and it's like I literally spent, and I'm not. You call me crazy. Go try it your fucking self, and maybe it has to do with the UV index as well. Like, do your research.
They told us the sun give you cancer. Bitch, I've been staring at the sun for 30. I've been staring at the sun for 30. I've been staring at the sun for 30 minutes a day, and I've been feeling the best I have ever felt in my life.
I've done mine. When I first had my spiritual awakening, I was sun gazing. Like I was staring at the fucking sun for 30, 40 minutes at a time. And guess what? I go to get my eyes tested a year and a half after, I think. And I have 2014 vision. It is literally 2020 vision, except I can see farther and clearer. So you're gonna tell me it fucks up your eyesight? And 4 years later, since I've been doing that, my eyesight has not gotten any worse. In fact, I think it's better. Like I can read letters a mile away, dude. It's a lie. That's just an example of the lie we're fed in the world. But I go to try to tell my mom about this, and she's a nurse, so she calls me crazy and doesn't even want to hear it. It kind of puts you down, right? And now that's not saying that's her fault. That's what she's been taught. That's what she truly believes, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you believe something, that's your thing. I don't care. But dude, trying to push that on other people, it's gonna drive you crazy. You're gonna try to go tell your dad about this thing you found, or tell him about meditation, how you're literally talking to your higher self, and how you can finally observe that you are not actually you, and you're not your thoughts, but the observer. And you're gonna try to go tell your family all this shit, your friends all this shit, and they're gonna call you crazy. You are not crazy, my friend. You are gifted. You are what they call a chosen one. If you see synchronicities, you're on the right path to either being a chosen one, or you're already there and you're just continuing your journey. And I really don't think like you're ever gonna stop seeing the synchronicities, like the numbers and stuff. I don't think I'll ever stop seeing them, dude, because they just hold such a significance to me. Unless I like truly just stop giving a fuck about my spiritual evolution, my evolution in this world and whatnot, then I guess I'll stop seeing it, like I said earlier. But like, it's a part of you now. You're a whole different person for the rest of your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's gonna be hard to relate to a lot of people. It's gonna be hard to love yourself for a while. It's going to be hard to find friends. Dude, I still haven't found any spiritual friends. I mean, I met some guy at AutoZone. We'll call him Richard. That wasn't his name, but he was like this, like, I thought he was a tweaker. I think I have a story time about it. If not, I'll have to make one. But dude, this guy was spiritually woken. He knew. I complimented his car. He had a Nissan 300ZX. I was like, hey, dude, nice fucking car, bro. Like, he was like this 50-year-old guy. And we sat in the AutoZone parking lot talking for 4 hours. 4! I'm not kidding. About spirituality, about the world, about the Matrix, about all this shit. And it's like I knew him for a lifetime, and I haven't talked to him since. Kind of crazy. You're going to meet people like that. But other than that, I don't really have anyone I can relate to on a spiritual level, on an awakening level. And it sucks. I'll be honest. I'll be 11:11 on the clock a couple of seconds ago. I'll be honest with you. It sucks. It's not fun. It's not fun not being able to relate to anyone in your family. It's not fun not being able to relate to friends, strangers, being alone in that thought, the world making you seem like you're crazy. But dude, what's really helped me is looking on the internet, finding other creators that are similar to me, that are spiritually awoken and whatnot, and realizing, okay, maybe they're not in my locality, but they're out there. And by watching them, I feel like I can relate to them. That's what I hope to be for you guys. Some of you guys, I want to be like the self-improvement teacher, and some of you guys, I want to be like your spiritual friend, right? In a sense, it's like, if you can relate to me, then you can relate to me. And I want to let you know you're not crazy, and I'm here for you. And if you want to ever talk one-on-one, you can you can DM me. I respond to every DM comment. I respond to every comment. Or join our school community that's free. It'll be the first link in the description. I've got 15 courses in there. Shameless plug, I got 15 courses in there. But you can connect with me one-on-one, schedule a free 15-minute call. If you want to talk to me, that's what I'm here for, is what I'm trying to say. Because I know that in your immediate life, you're probably not going to have anyone for a while that can relate to you. But you're not crazy. Your descent into madness, don't let it fully drag you down. And a lot of you guys have had your spiritual awakening because you were in such a deep abyss. Like me, I had my spiritual awakening ultimately because I tried to kill myself multiple times. I was super depressed, like unexplainably depressed. I had no friends. I had a horrible relationship that was so fucking toxic. I was addicted to so many substances, pills, porn, weed, like cough syrup, a bunch of stupid shit, right? And that ultimately brought me to my spiritual awakening. The reason I say that is, if you came out of that abyss into your spiritual awakening, don't let the fact that the world is telling you that you're mad and you're crazy, drive you back down into an abyss. Because what would have been the point of that? What would have been the point of escaping and having that spiritual awakening? There is no point to that. So don't let the world drag you back down, dude. That's ultimately their objective. Those who aren't awake, those who see you as crazy, they want to drag you back down to their level, because chances are they live in an abyss too. Maybe not as bad as you were, because clearly they haven't had their spiritual awakening yet. But just focus on you. This video is just to let you know you're not alone. To focus on yourself. There's nothing wrong with focusing on yourself and going inside, especially with the election coming up. Your family's going to be telling you your political views sucks, or you need to vote, or they're just going to start drama. They go to such an extent these days that they say, oh, you're going to cause a war and all this shit. It's like, bro, do you really think you have control over that? We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into the politics. But all I'm trying to say is, don't let the outside sources, don't let your family get to you, dude. Just go alone. Go within for now. It's that season, dude. It's the winter arc. Improve your body. Hit the gym. Trust me, hitting the gym isn't just physical. It helps you improve spiritually. Like, I've made a lot, and it builds discipline. And you need discipline if you want to stay up here, man. If you don't want to ever go back down there again, you need to stay up here, and you need to be hitting the gym, focusing on yourself, taking your mental health seriously, taking your spirituality seriously, getting out in nature, pursuing your creative endeavors. Me, YouTube channel, my school community, my courses, my teachings, my merch, which, by the way, link also in the description. I love just being creative. You need to get out there and spill that creativity. Spill that creativity. Focus on yourself, guys. And on that note, Vex family, if you enjoyed this video and you are interested in any of the links I talked about, they are in the description. Join the family, dude. This is a community. This is for you. This isn't just for me. I don't make no money off of this, at least not yet. So what point do I have to just fucking make these videos? Oh, it's because I want to help you guys. And I want this to be a community, so you can help each other and feel like you belong somewhere. Find your tribe. I know what it's like to not have a family, not have a tribe, not have a community that you can relate to. It sucks. Humans aren't meant to be that alone. And I know you're going through that, so it's all right. We're here for you. Join the Vex family today. Links in the description. Hit the subscribe button if you just want to watch my videos. They're free. Everything's free on my channel. And on that note, Vex family, I love you guys. And we will catch you in the next video, Vexed family.
Y'all got to understand, everything we see with these two eyes is a lie. You don't see nothing that's really in front of you. Remember, I told you you only see 10% of the electromagnetic spectrum. The other 90% you can't see. So when you look in the sky, you don't know what you see.
The whole point of the human race and the human mind in itself is evolution. Whether it's evolution spiritually, physically, period. Evolution. The purpose from birth is creation. That's all humans do. Everything around you was created. The whole point is evolution and creation. If you're not evolving, you're doing something wrong. So anything that takes away the power of your mind is keeping you still and delaying your evolution.